Hello YouTube, Kevin here. Today we'll be showcasing our very own Kewl Tune deck profile. Now y'all are all newbies, just like me, learning this deck, trying to figure out what this deck do. That's what I'm here to at least help you out, so we can help each other out too. You know what I mean? So we're just doing some combos, still learning the deck here. What I like about Kewl Tunes, or what not to like about Kewl Tunes, is that they actually have some variation in their plays. I like decks that is not fully linear, but you kind of know what you need to do. You know, in this duel, I absolutely got destroyed by Jewish Worm. This Jewish Worm came in clutch today. Going up against the Orcus Fiendsmith game plan. This card here, I must pause the video for this. I know this probably will catch people off. Alright, this is the Zalen, the Shackled Dragon. When you first read it, you might think you understand what it means. But then when you activate the effect to try and negate, you wonder why didn't it negate, because it negated the wrong card. Zalen prioritizes what he calls first, the card that is triggered right before he triggers his ability. So once you chain Zalen, so for example, chain link 1 they trigger, chain link 2 you decide to activate a card, or if the opponent decides to activate a card, chain link 2. Then you chain link 3, Zalen. Zalen will prioritize that chain link 2 as first, and chain link 1 will be recorded to him as the second effect. So bear that in mind. Once you trigger Zalen, whatever you trigger Zalen 2 will be referred to first in his eyes. Alright, I want to clear that up. Yeah, because I got confused when I said first. He thought that the first effect that was triggered will be the first thing negated, and 2 times it happened where I made a misplay. Alright, glad to help. Now you probably wonder, what card is that? Whoa, you're trying to build a deck. You didn't build a synchro deck before. This called is Synchro Overtake. You reveal a synchro monster in the extra deck and choose one of the synchro materials mentioned on it, because most of the Kewl Tunes does have a name that's attached to it. So you can then go for the Rico play. You know what I mean? I'm going into Kewl Tune B2B. Every time I say B2B, I'm like business to business. You know what I mean? I try to do some combos here, trying to see what I can do. Fiendsmith Orcus is definitely one of those annoying decks to deal with, and to deal with Jewish Worm on top of it. Oh, premier annoyance. Alright. So right here, I was thinking about some combos for the dust that came down. You'd be like, alright, let me target this card. But I totally forgot about the Jewish Worm, thus stopping my plays. No, this trap card here is actually a pretty busted card. I'm definitely saying this is a 3-off, because premier for this guy, you're able to target this Kewl Tune clip, which is and trigger its abilities. So you can actually potentially trigger the abilities twice in the turn. Remember, you first initially used his effect to trigger, so you've already banished 1 card permanently. I was thinking about banishing another card permanently face down. I could have probably hit another. I could have probably hit their link 1, right? But it didn't. It wasn't meant to be, because I wanted to bring. This is what I was planning to do. I wanted to bring. No, this is what I'm thinking about. I'm even thinking about this because now that I'm actually looking at it, I'm thinking that the Shackle Zalen might be a 2-off. For real, because yeah, the Shackle Zalen might be a 2-off. Because we use the first effect, right? And this effect now of the girl could have went into another Zalen But I never needed to summon that Zalendo. But I'm saying we could. Why I say we could? Because why I say we could use a second Zalen? Because if we had used the guy to synchro into the second Zalen, right, he would be able to activate his special ability, the Kewl Tune Crackle, to then pick out specifically 2 cards, interrupting their plays. That would have been the premier thing to do, right? So I'm gonna craft a second Zalen. I thank God I'm actually seeing this now. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna craft a second Zalen. It is definitely a critical situation here to stop Orcus from defeating me, right? I needed that second Zalen. Alright, so I'm opening my eyes as well as yours. So if you reach this far, hit that like button if you're new. Subscribe if you wanna support the members. What? You don't know the thing already. Alright, so you know they're doing their Orcus plays here. We're gonna speed dash up. Now he target my card. I couldn't do nothing. He knows what he's doing. He's a top tier Orcus player in platinum ranks, gold ranks, and does his combos. Right, alright. Steal to win. Can't do nothing but that. Alright, I'm cooked beyond compare. But like I said, if I had that Zalendo, second Zalen, I would have been able to do something right there and interrupt his plays. But okay, everything's a learning thing, and that's why I showcased this game specifically, because I actually thought they played well around Kewl Tunes. You gotta give the Orcus player props, but Orcus is still a strong deck, no matter how you see it. Right? Clap, clap, clap. G to the freaking G's. I'm gonna showcase another gameplay here. I thought it was definitely one of my better games coming up here, and I'll be facing K9 Christians, something like that. Shut down K9 game plan. Alright, so about Kewl Tune that I've been playing so far for the short couple of hours we'll be playing, I've noticed that Kewl Tune has the ability to kind of take a peek of what the opponent is doing. Alright, so they're going first, doing his combo. Not really. This guy messed up. Yes, he probably messed up real hard here. He messed up real hard. But this is not a game showcase about what K9 be doing. It's all about what we be doing over here, right? This is a Kewl Tune maxis, right? So even though he misplayed, the man dropped the maxi. I don't play call by Ash, none of that jazz. We let them play the game of Yu-Gi-Oh and let them have their fun drawing cards, right? Negates, Imperm comes down. Premier negates. So even though he started off with a bad opening, the follow-up, what he had after that was pretty premier. Bear in mind though, if he had opened carefully or properly, he would have been able to set up a good disruption. He would have been able to kill the prohibition. Now my prohibition had targeted his the thing he's about to send, so he cannot use that card. So the reason why, as I mentioned, Kewl Tune, you're taking a peek at their deck, hand or extra deck. You're able to know what you want to use Prohibition for. Alright, so I believe Prohibition, for me personally, I'm running 2 Prohibition. Okay, you want to see it just enough, you don't want to see it too much. I'd love to use it at 3, but we're still testing here, testing the waters. Alright, this man Premier negates. This is you negates Master Duel. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh, it's you negates Master Duel, because we need Premier negates all the time, every time. Alright, that's what this game's all about. Pure negates. Alright, so I had to end my turn right there. Oh, we're using a card here. Personally, I do not like Diddy Post for the fact that it's so slow. But because I've been noticing how Kewl Tune just be banishing. Like sometimes you could say 55 to 60% of the times they be banishing a lot. I will consider running at least one copy of DD Post. Alright. You can bring back your cards that get banished. We know the gimmick with special some of the cards, but if you can banish your spells and traps and put them back into the deck, why don't you do that? Right? Keep searching, keep that grind game going. Right? No, so now he actually plays like a real K9 player. That's what he's supposed to be doing. Alright. Exceeding Shokons into the K9 17 Reaper. Ready to attack. I say pinpoint guard. No, I'm not running pinpoint guard right now. Oh man, but it was clutch. That's another card you probably could consider. One off though. I will never run more than one pinpoint guard. But I would run more. One off though would be Mirror Force. A fan of that. Bring Mirror Force back into the game. Alright. Clap these. More combos. Remember the prohibition is still in the game here. So he tried to book a moon me. I mean, yeah, but call it book a moon, right? Couldn't really do anything. No, because he doesn't know how Kewl Tune operates, he doesn't really know how to stop him. So he just book a moon and didn't realize that this spell card, JJ Kewl Tune, is able to send face down cards. So book a moon, book a eclipse don't do nothing. They still send to special summon for freeze. Alright, now I use DD Post to banish the trap card. Just give us that extra boostage. And have the ability now to normal summon. To the search, to the combo, level 1. I like the level 1 a lot. Level 1 allows to see a card, see what they have in their hand, and then proceed to combo. Into the trap maker, chain link 1, chain link 2s. I don't care about the boosts, we're just doing combos. So that he had what was that? A Mold Charming card in his hand. Normal summon search, chain link. I like that. I like this thing about Kewl Tune. They can search and then chain link to search again and do synchro plays at the same time. Yeah, Kewl Tune is actually pretty cool. And I mean, Zalen, I need that second copy, right? I'm now understanding how good Zalen is. He's like the second boss monster of the deck. You know what I mean? Negate the effect. Now this is a perfect example of what Zalen be doing. Oh, no. I was actually learning Zalen the hard way. You see, I showed the second effect. So in his eyes, he will see, this is a perfect example. He will actually see my first trigger as the second effect. So I negated my own card. By accident, negates. Right, but it doesn't matter. Right, we make our Synchro 10 the boss, second boss in the game. Yeah, they're getting the little boostage from DD Post if you're wondering why they're so high. Yeah, 600 attack points. Yeah, that's a lot. And because they got tuners in the graveyard, my loudness roar gets an extra boost from the JJ Kewl Tune, a 3300 attack boost, plus 600 with 39. You see why DD Post kind of look bossy? And we get the double damage by the level 10, allowing us to clap twice, 4 times in the game, but we just need 3 attacks and we're good. Alright, so this is an example of showcasing you guys the Zalen and the boostage from DD Post that actually came through clutch. Alright, hold up, let me showcase. I don't want to, cause people might say, oh, why are you playing that there and that. So this is how my deck was looking at first. Not hiding anything from anyone. Alright, I'm definitely gonna craft a Zelen. No, I was running one copy of Hopper Squadron, but I'm not seeing this card a lot. And when I do see it, it's kind of a bit too late. So I'm bumping this up to 2. I run 1 Mirror Force. Alright, just a couple quick blows here. And then this is the second deck here. Same thing, nothing really changed. Right. As I said, I'm using 2 Prohibition to see it mostly. I will run in this card, Lullaby of Obedience. It's kind of funny, but not really. I think I was using it to call Maxi one time, and the man just dropped Maxi from his hand. I was like, yeah, I'm taking this shit out. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking this shit out. But, I mean, because we're able to see some of the cards, I mean, it could come useful. Let's be real though. I think Lullaby might catch people off guard, because by tomorrow, you might find more people playing Kewl Tunes. And if you see them playing Kewl Tune, just call what you need to call. You special summon the card for free, or summon it or whatever for free. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's another potential search card. And you can grab yourself an Ash if you want. Ooh, yeah, you can definitely call Ash. So if them decide for special summon Ash, it's actually helping you out. I'm gonna put back that shit to 1 for real. You know what I mean? 1 Lullaby of Obedience. It will never go dead. Oh yes, it will never go dead, because watch it now. So for example, they don't have Ash in their hand at all. You stick out one of the Ash out of their deck, and because you use their Ash, it goes to the graveyard, giving you that boostage permanently for your own cards. You see the lines? Ooh, that definitely looks juicy. Anyway, yeah, I was about to craft QB, but because of what I've just seen, I'm getting a second copy of Zelen. I ain't watching no face. You see me? I'm getting a second copy. That guy is bossy. Alright, so let's say Lullaby. Gosh, how are we gonna get space? Yeah, we're definitely gonna have at least 1 Lullaby. Yeah, I mean. Alright, so we'll be testing 2 J Cool. I like this field spell a lot. Some people run 1 copy. That's their problem. This J Cool Tune is awesome. So that's another reason. So if, for example, the grind game, they eventually remove your Kewl Tunes, you just be like, chaining. Say you do like a synchro play, and be like, oh, I'm gonna simply banish the thing, put it back into the deck. You know what I mean? So that's why I said DD Post, pretty cool card. Alright, so let's go over these cards for those who are new, because not everybody knows what these are. Kewl Tune Rotary. Level 1. Definitely a 3-off for me. It's a card that enables you to look into their hand, and you get to search a card and can chain blocks as well. I definitely prioritize this search over the Synchro 4. You want to try to go into a Synchro 4 as often as possible by using the level 1 Kewl Tune Rotary. 1 maxi, you need those. We're now adding the Hopper Squadrons. Let me just do this right now. I ain't backing out. Yeah. Right. 2 Hopper Squadrons, because sometimes they have a bunch of negates. Imperm Ash, yeah, Dominus, and then you're left with a card on board, can't do nothing. With Hopper Squadron, it allows you to do your synchro plays and probably do something. Right, you get to search and can get to synchro 6. So yeah, we need those. Yeah, 3 Kewl Tune mix. Not a bad card, definitely a 3-off as well. I don't necessarily use this, but it definitely comes handy in order to interrupt the opponents by destroying a monster. But yeah, it's another search card, and definitely a 3-off for me. 3 Kewl Tune Clip, definitely 3-off. Why would you not run 3? It's a turn 0 play, and it allows you to permanently banish a card face down from the extra deck, face down permanently. And with the use of Kewl Tune Playlist, you're able to use the effect twice in that turn, right? So if you get to use it first turn, or let's say best case scenario, turn 0, you summon this on the opponent's turn. Your move, you do your play, you get to use it again, synchro, that's 2 banish. Set up again, you're removing at least 4 cards by the time it reach the opponent's turn. Second turn, if they have to go first, right? Kewl Tune Rico, bossy card, special summon or normal summon. You get to add a Kewl Tune from a deck or graveyard, except at level 3. So he searches, his main target searches Kewl Tune clip, right? Except at level 3. So you can also target rotary to allow you get extra normal summon, just based on how your hand set up, right? Yeah, good card. Kewl Tune Q. I always make the mistake to summon this card. Don't make that mistake. Her effect only triggers when normal summon, and I believe her effect is a bit busted, and I understand why it should be normal summon, because she allows you to special summon any tuner from your hand, deck, or graveyard. She's a monster reborn for every and anything. So if your synchros get into the graveyard, special summon them for free, right? Monster reborn, because why not? That's self-explanatory. You know, why not? Lullaby of Obedience. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna test this card out to its fullest. It's quite funny. Call Ash. Always call Ash, because if they Ash your Ash, call. You know what I mean? It's an Ash for Ash trade. And if there's someone it on the field, like I said, you can use that Ash on the field for synchro. You know, boost. You want that. Triple Tactics Talents, my favorite card in the game. Yeah, I gotta run that shit at 3. Some people run 1 card, but that's their issue. Yeah, Synchro Overtake. A new card here. I may bump it up to 3 in the end, but for right now, I'm just running 2 copies. So this be able to reveal a synchro like I mentioned before, and you get to special summon or add. You have the option to choose what you want to do, right? And you get to special summon from a deck or graveyard, right? But just keep in mind that you cannot summon from the extra deck except synchro monsters. It doesn't matter, because that's all we do. We play, right? Triple Tactics Thrust, because these are normal. Yeah, look at these. You got a lot of targets here. Monster Reborn being one of them, as well as Lullaby of Obedience. I mean, you could probably take out this and be like evenly match if you feel like it, right? Or you could go for some other spice if you want. You know, that card that allow them to draw 2 cards. Yeah, that one. Slump, heavy slump. Everybody want, right. Do what you want. Yeah. Overtuning. I got 2 copies of this. Testing out this card. Reason being, I just want to see the consistency and how it really worked in the game, because there's a lot of interruption in the game. So I'm not sure if a monster can be able to stick on board. But it's definitely a cool card. Alright. Can't special from next deck. Yeah, 2 JQ, the field spell. Gotta run at least 2. Might bump it up to 3 in the final build. 2 Prohibition allows you to call problematic cards. If you're afraid of Ash, call Ash. Afraid of Joel, call Joel. If you're able to see what the opponent is playing, you can call their most used cards. So for example, you're going up against heroes, even though heroes can still play through your stuff. Yeah, it's really hard, but at least you can say, if you see their hand, you can call the card that's in their hand. That's most important, right? But yeah, and if you go up against a pure branded player, just call Albas and you win the game automatically, right? I had to do this call. Little new Malice Rise here. Yeah, Kewl Tune Synchro. You have to run 3 copies. One of the best cards in the game. I mean, for Kewl Tunes, I absolutely love this card. You can chain block, right? You can chain block to your normal summon. So if you do normal summon, they try to negate or something, you can be like, oh, I'm gonna activate this. Poops. Yeah, they try to imperm Veiler. Don't have nothing against you. You dodge the imperm, dodge all of that. You know, yeah, pretty good card. Like I said, this is what evenly match, Mirror Force, Heavy Slump, whatever you want to use this for. You can, yeah, whatever you want to use this for. Storm Dragon Return. I love this card, and I'm glad I'm able to use it without any regrets. All right, special summon back your banished card to the field for free. All right, I love this shit. I would like to play whatchamacallit, Back to the Front too, but yeah, you might find more people playing Bistils again, as we see in that gameplay. I've never really seen Orcus play Bistil like that, right? And we have Kewl Tune playlist, another normal trap that can be searched with triple tactic thrust. Love this card. It recovers a card. Do what you need to do. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Combos galores. And DD post. Final card. Run 3 copies of the track maker, Kewl Tune track maker. Literally just search a card, and you get to return a card on the opponent's from your opponent's control to the hand. So you can also use the trap card to bounce it, I believe. Yeah. We got Kewl Tune remix. What does this do? I've never summoned this one time. In the opponent's turn, you can tribute this card, choose Tuna. I never use this card, but I'm just putting that 2 copies, and I'll try to see if it's necessarily needed to be used. Non-synchro tuners in the graveyard. Add one of them to your hand, and if you do special summon the other, then immediately after this effect resolves, you can synchro summon. Oh shit. I probably should be using this. Wow, okay. I probably should be summoning this card instead. For real, for real. That's pretty good. Kewl Tune literally have everything I need. I have Kewl Tune RS. The boss himself, 1 copy. I don't really see my need to get a second copy. Unless you got a lot of people playing Kashtira again. Or even Kewl Tune. Yeah, we'll see. If I need to craft a second copy, I'll make the sacrifice. Can always dismantle 3 nibs. It's all good, but yeah. RS 1 copy so far for me. Kewl Tune Crackle. The reason why I play 2 copies most of these is because I can be able to search with it, right? And yeah, you want to keep having that search ability and ability to synchro when you feel like, right? Crackle, nice card. Don't really like it, but it's a great interruption on the opponent's turn, right? It's a great interruption for those who use extra deck. Kewl Tune Loudness Roar. War. 2 copies. Not see myself using more than that. Other tuners you control can be destroyed by card effects. Also, your opponent can target them with card effects. So that means if you're able to summon out 2 of these, it's gonna be quite hard to do, but maybe it becomes easier over time. If you can summon 2 of these, you are locked into a good, untargetable, indestructible Kewl Tune deck, right? They can't use no SP Litanites on your stuff, and they can't target your stuff for nothing. Awesome card. Alright, Zalen, we've now made him a 2 copies. I love this card now, and yeah, because you can use him to go into our Synchro 10 plays. Awesome card. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, because Zalen can be treated as a non-dark dragon. And this says non-tuna Dark Dragon Synchro. So I haven't summoned him as yet, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work like that, but we're gonna see. I hope that's it. If you don't have this card, do not craft. Alright, but I should hope that I should be able to summon him with the use of Zalen and Hopper Squadron. And then we have finally Kewl Tune B2B. Boss card. You're gonna always try to bring out this card as often as possible, because as quickly as possible. Because the moment you can trigger this in your turn going first, if that ever is possible, going first, you're literally gonna win the game. Unless they got Triple Tactics talent and steal your shit. Now you're in big problems. But yeah, that's my deck profile here. Hit that like button if you're new. Subscribe if you wanna. Become a member because you wanna support the damn streamer. I'ma see you guys next time. And man, this is Kevin Towards signing out. Ciao.